Everyone. How are you today? I hope you're doing all great and I hope you're all safe, you and your families. Guys, today we're going to start with a new lesson 1 in Unit 8. It's called Anti-Social Networking. But before we start the reading comprehension text, let's have a quick discussion together about social media. Who doesn't know what is social media? I guess it's something that we all know and we live every single day. It's surrounding us everywhere. It refers to internet-based applications that enable users to create, share, and exchange content, including text, photos, videos, across virtual networks. It's everything we are using every day in our life, in all majors. Whether we're talking about entertainment, whether we're talking about education, in almost all the fields through different and distinct platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp. All of these are social media platforms. Okay? And each one of us, whether we're young, adults, grown-ups, our families, our siblings, everybody uses social media on daily basis. But the question is social media always beneficial? Take a minute and think about it. Is social media only beneficial? I guess most of you say yes, but if we go through the depths of everything, we know deep down inside, we can't admit we admit that it's very beneficial, it's very worthful, but we cannot deny the fact that it's harmful. It's harmful, especially if we go through the content of what's offering. Okay? And of course, when we're misusing the social media platforms. Okay? This text is about anti-social networking. It's about social media, about its benefits and about its merits and demerits, its advantages and disadvantages. Okay, we're going to start reading the passage and I'll be explaining, of course, as usual. Let's start with paragraph 1. Hey, you're a dork, said the girl to the boy with a smile. Thanks, said the boy. Just kidding, said the girl with another smile. You're only slightly dorky, but other than that, you're pretty normal, sometimes. They both laughed. See you tomorrow, said the boy. Okay, see you, said the girl. It was a pretty typical preteen exchange, one familiar through the generations. Except this one had a distinctly 2010 twist. It was conducted on Facebook. The smiles were typed ha-has. O.K was just K, and see you rendered as see ya. Here, the author is trying to show how language is completely different from the one we know. Like, for example, the abbreviations that we use, for example, BRB. We all know what BRB is. But is there really a word called BRB? No, it's only an abbreviation for be right back. So, guys, if you look at it, we see that our daily life is becoming so much different from the real one that we know. Even the words we talk to each other using them, they're completely different. We're shrinking the words. We are only trying to wait to save time in almost everything, even in our words. Like instead of okay, which is made of two letters, we're even using one letter with K just to shrink the word. And that's ridiculous, guys. But unfortunately, I'm one of them too. We're using them on our daily life. It's saving time and it's saving effort while typing. This is something we're almost all of us doing, actually. Number 2, children used to actually talk to their friends. Here, the author is trying to focus on the idea, they used to actually talk to their friends. But is it really happening these days? What is the substitute? Are they really going out together? Are they having lunch together? Let's see. Those hours spent on the family phone or hanging out with pals, with friends in the neighborhood after school, vanished long ago. So, all these meetings that we used to gather with our friends in the past, now it vanished. It disappeared long ago. But now, even chatting on cell phones or via email, through which you can at least converse in paragraphs, is passé. It's in the past. That means even now, chatting, it's even it's even in the past. We're no even longer doing this. It's even gone. It's gone with the wind. Even this is gone. For today's teenagers and preteens, the give and take of friendship seems to be conducted increasingly in the abbreviated snatches of cell phone, text, and instant messages, or through the very public forum of Facebook walls and MySpace bulletins. So, this is what I've already explained up there. Even this, everything has changed, guys. Everything has changed. The meetings have been canceled. We're no longer hanging out with our friends. We're not doing anything like the past. Even, guys, even in our families, we're not even having a quality time. Like now, if you see yourselves, guys, and I'm sure you do that. I know for my kids too, when we're gathering around the table, having our lunch, many of them, okay, it's not all the time, but they do that very often. They stay on the phone. So this is something that's really a very common thing in our days. Everyone is spending most of their time on their phones, and even talking on the phone has been changed. Like the words are even changed. Number using abbreviation. Abbreviations means when we are shrinking the word using less letters. Number three, last week, the Pew Research Center found that half of American teenagers, adolescents, ages 12 through 17, send 50 or more text messages a day, and that one third send more than 100 a day. Guys, is this a negligible number in your opinion? I mean, 150 messages a day, it is something that's noteworthy to stop at. It's not something very normal. Two-thirds of the texters surveyed by the Center's Internet and American Life project said they were more likely to use their cell phones to text friends than to call them. So, social media is even trying to let us focus on messages more than calls. At least when you're calling your friend, you're communicating, you're talking to them, you're hearing their voice, they're hearing your voice back, you're sharing you know, a noteworthy conversation. But even this has changed. It has been stopped. Those teenagers don't even have time for a normal communication through the social media network. They go for texting instead of calling, which is very, very bad. To date, much of the concern of over all this use of technology has been focused on the darker side of online interactions like cyberbullying. So, here to the moment, all the concern is on the dark side that these online interactions are offering, like cyberbullying. Who had, I don't know, of course, you've heard of this. Sometimes online, people get bullied, you know, through the comments you share, through the photos you share. Lots of people are being unfortunately bullied. And this kind of bullying through the internet is called cyberbullying. But psychologists and other experts are starting to take a look at a less sensational but potentially more profound and dangerous and perilous phenomenon. Whether technology may be changing the very nature of kids' friendship and familial relationships, and consequently their personalities. So, here, the psychologists want to focus more on those teenagers and how they are being affected. You know, because yes, indeed, these teenagers are being harmfully affected on their friendships, on their families, on their personalities. They are becoming completely different people, different personalities from the ones they previously had. Okay? And it's all the reason is behind internet and the mobile and all the social media platforms that are participating in a way or another to change. I mean, look at this row, guys. Look at those teenagers in this photo. They're all like robots. All their focus, all their vision, all their concentration is on their mobiles. Like if you talk to them, they're on a different planet. They don't even listen to you. They can't even focus. They are completely immersed in their mobiles, which is very, very, very perilous and dangerous, guys. Number 5. The question on researchers' minds is whether all that texting, instant messaging, and online social networking allows children to become more connected to and supportive of their friends and family, or whether the quality of their interactions is being diminished without the intimacy and emotional give and take of regular, extended face to face time. So, again, the researchers want to put some highlights on these teenagers and how messaging and all these online social networking are rendering them. Are they really connected to their friends and family? Are their focus or concentrations being normalized? Guys, if we want to think about it and if you want to tell the truth and to be frank and with ourselves, online and messaging and all of these things that we, unfortunately, between quotations, we are doing these days, are taking us away from the people we love, whether we're talking about friends, whether we're talking about family. We are living in a completely different world, isolated from anyone else. Like teenagers, they're not even the mood to speak. Like the calls, as we have seen in the previous paragraphs, they don't even care of calling their friends. They'd rather write to them and prefer writing, and even writing is substituted by abbreviations because they're not in the mood to write. So, guys, here we can see from the very first 5 paragraphs that the teenagers are really confronting a problem in social media platforms, which reflects the truth that yes, social media is detrimental in many cases if it's not observed or monitored, of course, by our families. Guys, I'm going to stop right here. Okay, and next time, hopefully, we will continue the rest of the text. And for now, after you hear this video, okay, I'll be online in Zoom in 10 or 15 minutes afterwards to check if you have any question to ask me. All right, see you tomorrow. Thank you for listening, guys.